Hello, I'm Elsa M., host of WMAR's Midday Maryland, and welcome to the 2020 edition of Power of Age. One of the effects of COVID-19 is that our friends and colleagues at the Baltimore County Department of Aging have been forced to cancel this year's Power of Age Expo, but the many services designed for seniors and their families are still very much so available. And with that in mind, let's begin this year's Power of Age. COVID-19 has amplified the fact that a health crisis can force families or individuals into making a critical decision, and this is where the Option Group can help. Through their extensive knowledge and years of professional experience, the Option Group can help navigate that care maze, allowing seniors and their families to make educated decisions. Plus, the Option Group now offers a unique means for families to stay connected.
Find somewhere to have dinner and you can shop and lots of options.
Before we got lined up with the Option Group, when I would see 410 or 443 come up on my phone,
Panic.
I guess panic is probably a good word. I don't panic because I know I have the Option Group here.
The security,
Right.
part of that security blanket.
Yeah.
The Option Group provides a wide array of services to help families navigate that tricky terrain and the healthcare maze that is out there. We're able to be a valued resource for them and their families to figure out what's the best next step for their loved one.
They are actually just the extended part of our team. They work intimately with the residents that need personal care. So it goes up to and including attending appointments, making sure there's no duplication of effort and or work, and they're able to provide a clear picture of what is needed for the resident.
At the Option Group, we provide private case management and advocacy services. We help families navigate longevity for a loved one who may be declining cognitively or physically, or perhaps have a catastrophic injury or some type of disease or disability that precludes them from living independently. We have nurses and social workers who do medical care coordination, healthcare navigation, and advocacy services, and they can also help identify and place people in a facility if that's something that they need. We work directly for the clients. We are their healthcare advocate, and we look at their clinical picture and really identify the right place for them depending upon their care needs. So we come up with a very individualized care plan specific to them, and we can do ongoing care management and monitoring to make sure that that care plan continues to address their needs.
We've been working with the Option Group for about 3.5 years now. Option Group is amazing. Work with the entire team, but have a great professional relationship with Ellen Platt. Her and I really work in tandem to provide care support for the residents that I have responsibility over. She's really what I would consider an extension of our team.
With COVID, it definitely has impacted how we have to do our business, but more importantly, it has really created the isolation for seniors and families trying to connect with their loved ones. And we have been able to really help out with that. We do remote assessments, and we're able to stay in touch with the families as well as the clients.
Senior care world has been extremely affected. Seniors are a vulnerable population, and so given guidelines from State of Maryland, CDC, there are a lot of restrictions, and it's really difficult when you have somebody who may be in a facility, could potentially be not communicative, or be very progressed with dementia. It's our role to make sure, again, to be an advocate and make sure that they're getting the care that they need. And we also want to make sure that they're not isolated, because that leads to depression and other conditions too, that starts that downward spiral, and we want to avoid that if at all possible.
We now have some technology, the GrandPad, which is an excellent way for families to stay connected and for seniors to stay connected with families. It's very easy to use. It's large icons, one push to make a call to a family member. Families who have a smartphone, they can have a GrandPad app that allows the easy sharing of photos. So you're not emailing photos that have to be downloaded and saved. They show up automatically. And when the GrandPad's charging, it's an automatic picture frame. We will set the GrandPad up specifically for the client. and give an overview to the family member. When they get it, it's ready to go. There's no annual contract with us. It's month to month. It's very easy for the senior to use. It also allows folks who are in a facility, they can connect with other folks who have a GrandPad. Facilities are using them as well for group activities. There's a Zoom call option as well as direct video calls they can make with family members or their doctor.
What we found during COVID is that it was really difficult to stay connected with our clients in facilities or even at home, as well as the families. And a lot of families and seniors were very despondent, isolated, depressed, and worried about staying connected with their loved ones. And we found this as a tool that could bridge that digital divide and allow families to stay connected, as well as our case managers, so we can do our job well and be able to stay connected with the ones in facilities or at home who are concerned about exposing themselves to people in person. But this allows a simple way for them to stay connected even if they don't have experience with technology.
With the GrandPad, it can be used individually at your home. We also have clients that are using it in facilities, and they can take it with them. It can be used, when they travel. And the great part about the GrandPad is it's secure. So only those who are loaded in or approved to be in the circle of trust, we call it, can actually contact the senior. So it prevents, there's no spam emails, there's no telemarketing calls that can come in to the device.
We recently provided a GrandPad for an individual that was moving into a facility, and the family wanted to try it because they wanted to be able to stay connected, especially if there's a second round of COVID and the facilities start shutting down again. The client was a little bit hesitant to embrace any type of technology, but they thought they would try it, and family is amazed that she has latched on to the GrandPad and has been able to reach out to family very easily in a number of different ways, and everybody feels a little more comfortable with the decision to go into that facility.
Today, especially with COVID, but anytime, and we're all aging, and we probably know someone, a family, a neighbor, who is going to be impacted with healthcare issues. And the Option Group helps everyone understand the options they have and help them navigate and do the research to ensure that your loved one is getting the proper care that they need.
So it's important, if you haven't talked to or have connected with a care manager, I think it's an important step to provide continuity of care, peace of mind, and a great support for your loved one.
The Option Group has provided everything I would need to be doing if I were in Baltimore.
We want people to stay home as long as they can, be independent, and be safe.
So really what we're doing is we're focusing on their well-being, their quality of life, and making sure that they are as independent and safe and functioning as well as they possibly can, given their circumstances.
I don't know what we would have done without the Option Group.
For more information on the variety of services offered by the Option Group, call 410-667-0266 or visit optiongroup.net.